Welcome to the woods of Arizona. I'm Steve Chappell. This week, follow along with me as I archery hunt in one of Arizona's premier elk units. I've finally drawn a long-awaited tag, and I'm looking forward to making dreams come true here at Elk Camp.
This ain't just hunting. This is the way we live. Boots on the ground, sun on the rise, dust in the wind and fire in our eyes. Miles on the trail, strength in our veins. Out here in the wild, nothing's the same. Rise up, load up, ready to play. Hunt hard, give God the glory every day. Fires burn bright, legends we say. This is how we do it. It's the Elk Camp way. It's the Elk Camp way.
As I practice shooting my bow during the summer, I imagine taking one shot. That one shot that I had waited my whole life for. The shot that would determine whether I tagged a trophy bull in Arizona with my long-awaited Unit 9 tag. Despite applying for it for many years, the luck of the draw evaded me. But finally, I was blessed with that opportunity, and I can't tell you how excited I was. All summer I prepared and tried to manage high expectations with reality. As summer came to a close and September arrived, I could hardly believe it when I was on my way to Arizona Elk Camp and my dreams were about to become reality. I've always approached elk hunting with a respect and reverence. On this hunt, although I wanted to take a true trophy bull, what mattered more to me was not just taking a bull, but in the how I did it. It's opening morning, archery elk season in Arizona. I got a great tag this year. We got bulls bugling to the south of us. What a way to start the hunt. I'm excited. Let's go get them. Throughout the summer, I prayed about this hunt, and the Lord knew my desire was to call in a big bull and take him that way. I could have never imagined how much God was about to bless me on this hunt as I set out pursuing bulls on opening morning. I'm the first one to acknowledge that sometimes when you're calling to elk, it can attract the smaller satellite bulls and they can pin you down. But on the other hand, if you don't play offense, you may never get the opportunity at the big ones either. These elk were moving to us. I think they heard us walking, and I probably called back there and they were moving in our direction. So again, they kind of stopped us and pinned us down. Two young, pretty bulls. Give them a few years, they'll be trophy bulls. With my past experience in this unit, I knew going in that evening hunts were for the most part very slow for bugling. So as much as it went against my desire of doing things, I decided I would sit water on every evening hunt, and I would only take a bull in this manner if he was an absolute giant. Alright guys, well, we got in here to our tank, pond, whatever you want to call it, here in Arizona. Got our baronet blind set up, and if you know me from following the show, I really love to call, and that's how I've really envisioned this hunt and getting to take an elk that way. But I've also noticed over the years that the evening hunts are really slow, so I'm committed to sitting good water sources in the evening and then calling in the morning. I will make this commitment to myself and to you guys. I'm only going to shoot a really big bull if it's at water, so it's got to be a giant, because again, I want to get one calling it in. So we're going to sit here this evening. Being honest, I have not done a lot of hunting out of blinds, but surprisingly, the anticipation had me on pins and needles, since you just never know what's going to show up to drink in the big bull state of Arizona. All right, guys, it's getting to be prime time. It cooled off a little bit ago. We actually heard a faint bugle back in this direction behind us, so we're thinking that something should show up before dark this evening, so it's getting intense here. Not a big bull by Arizona standards, but at least the decision was easy to stick with my commitment of a big bull only. Hey guys, for this week's calling tip, I want to demonstrate for you what I feel like is the foundation for all of my elk sounds. And with that, I'm going to use my new The Boss reed by Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls. Now without this reed in my mouth, I'm going to put my tongue up against the roof of my mouth, and by bringing air up from deep down in my stomach, it's going to sound like this, again with the reed not in my mouth. So by putting this reed in my mouth and trapping that air as I do that same technique, it's going to sound like this. Okay, so there you have a good sound. You almost have the elk tone right there. And by simply just adding a little bit more tongue pressure and shaping that sound from a high to low note and sliding it off, you're going to get real nice cow sounds like this. So again, guys, there you have it, the foundation for all the elk sounds that I make. I hope this tip helps you out in the woods, and good luck on your elk hunts. It's another early morning, and we're up before the dawn, ready to pursue elk in the pinyon juniper country of our unit. With this vocal cow right in front of us and a big sounding bull bugling in the background, my anticipation is high that we might have a great encounter. Well, then a young bull shows up and pushes the cow away, diminishing our chances, and so we are forced to make another game plan.
All right, well that was awesome, but unfortunately wasn't the bull that we can still hear bugling off to the south here. They kind of held us up, and the elk got a little further away from us, the one we want to get on, so let's peel out of here and get after him. Bulls up there.
Well, we finally get to lay our eyes on what turns out to be 2 trophy bulls. But with lots of cows around, it's going to be difficult to get on these bulls, to say the least. After the elk roll over the ridge, we hustle across the canyon to get on level terrain with them, and things happen fast.
even know he was there, and he just bugled all of a sudden right on top of us. I didn't hardly have time to get an arrow nocked and get ready. But pretty cool, pretty nice bull.
As the afternoon temperatures remain in the 80s, we make our way to our blind. We are confident we will see elk again and are hopeful that a big bull shows up to our pond on this evening hunt.
All right, guys. Well, it is as hot as it looks here. Actually hot enough, I think the rattlesnakes are thirsty this evening. So it should really make these elk want to come in and wallow and drink this evening. So here we are again in our beautiful baronet blind, ready, and we'll see what comes in tonight into this pond in Arizona. We just heard a bugle a lot closer right back here behind us, so we're thinking he's going to show up at any moment.
Once again, this is not the bull that we were hoping for, but nonetheless an enjoyable one to watch. With each small bull that comes and goes, it only makes our chances increase that the next one will be a giant.
This bull's crazy. That was awesome. Too bad it wasn't a shooter bull, but man, he put on a show. I thought even if he was a shooter, I would hesitate to shoot him because he got so stinking muddy. I wouldn't even want to deal with that. But yeah, a lot of fun to see that. Well, good morning. We're out here in the pines in Arizona. Bulls are bugling around. Smells amazing. And I'm excited to get after these bulls this morning. It's just breaking light, so we're going to get after them here at elk camp.
After a great first half of my Arizona hunt, I'm now at the midway point. On this morning, we decided to hunt the pine country, and I'm excited to see what the morning has for us. After moving in close to some bugling bulls, a couple of calls on my trophy wife cow call gets the action started. When this bull turned to leave and crashed his antlers into a limb, it about made my heart jump out of my chest. As he leaves, I stay put since there are a couple more bulls answering my calls.
Well, that was awesome. Not the bulls we wanted, but pretty cool to have a couple of them come in. Came right into this trophy wife. And then with this ultimate predator decoy here, they had no idea. I mean, I could have got away with pretty much anything I wanted to, so they're still bugling out here down to the south of us, so we're going to get up and chase them.
I show you this encounter not because the footage is great, since the camera can't see what I'm seeing, but there's a 330 class 6x7 standing less than 20 yards away from me, and this illustrates what you can get away with a bow-mounted decoy. Unreal.
Totally allowed me to get to full draw on him with him looking right at me. Amazing.
It's another hot afternoon in Arizona elk country, and we're on our way to our blind. During the first half of the season, we've seen different bulls on every sit, and we're expecting more of the same on this evening hunt.
All right, guys, well, I'm here at the blind again this evening. We had some fun this morning, got some call-ins, and excited about that. But like I said, the first evening, I am committed to sitting in good water in the evenings, and we continue to see different bulls, so we're here again and excited for what the evening's going to bring here at elk camp tonight. About 45 yards to the far side of the pond, so 45 yards would probably be the longest shot we would have, and then there's closer stuff. All right, guys, well, we're getting to almost elk 30. As you can see, it's getting shady out there. Temperatures dropped. Just a little bit ago, we heard a faint bugle quite a ways away, but we've still got quite a bit of light left, so we're thinking something's going to show up here pretty soon.
During the second half of our hunt, the action is picked up in the mornings and the size of the bulls coming to our pond increases as well. We are excited to see this bull approach the water. As this bull leaves and there is still some light left, we anticipate more action before dark. Well, you gotta love a rambunctious young bull, but I'm not sure how impressed the bigger bull is with his antics. A tough bull to pass, no doubt, but you can't tag a giant if you just shoot a good bull when there's still more time left to hunt. Hey guys, for this week's calling tip, I want to demonstrate for you technique-wise how I actually blow the lip ball bugle. Now for starters, I like to use my El Grande mouth reed by Rocky Mountain Hunting Calls because I feel like it has the perfect tonal quality to make this call. The key is the vibration in your lips when you make this sound. So without this Rogue grunt tube, this is what it's going to look like and sound like. So as you can see, I'm making a tight pucker with my lips and vibrating them as I'm blowing the call. Now when I add my Rogue bugle tube to it, it's going to get a lot of resonance and a lot of three-dimensional quality, and it's going to sound a lot better. And it's going to sound like this. And as you've seen on the show, this call has been incredibly effective for me over the years, and I hope this call works as well for you as it does for me here at Elk Camp. As we get deeper into the hunt, we're in the pine forest once again. We get an answer to my lip ball bugle, and the hunt is on. As this bull steps out of the thicker timber, there's no doubt in my mind that he's a true Arizona monarch. I know it's going to be tough, but I'm hopeful that I get the opportunity to pull him away from his cows.
we almost got it done right there on that big herd bull. We got in tight on him and kind of waited for what I thought was the right opportunity for him to get over here close to the cows over here, and blew that lip ball at him, and he started coming toward us. But he stayed out there, I would say, at 80 yards or more, and just couldn't get him closer. Yeah, called him in with this El Grande reed and the Rogue bugle tube, and this ultimate predator decoy did us a lot of good this morning too, because we had cows right up on us and they never even were concerned at all. So pretty awesome, and almost got what looked like a 370 type bull this morning at elk camp.
As another morning comes on, we find ourselves back in the pines of our unit, hopeful to get another opportunity at the big 6x6 that we called in a couple of mornings prior. We are remaining positive and hoping that our prayers get answered on this morning hunt. I realized right away that this great bull could very well likely be the same bull from 2 mornings ago, even though he doesn't have cows on this morning. With him not responding well to my cow calls, I decide if I get another opportunity that I'm going to bugle hard at him. Crushed. Dude. Oh my God. Fuel that dude in, man. We're gonna walk up and recover him. Got an arrow knock just for insurance, but he hasn't moved for quite a while. What an exciting morning. And a great call in.
What a shot.
And I thought I missed him initially. What a beautiful ball. All right, well, what an unbelievable morning this morning at elk camp. The hunt has been a little tough up until this point. I think we're at morning of day 9, I believe. We were actually probably going to call it a morning And Paul, my videographer, said, "Steve, one more. We're going to get him back to the airport this morning." And I thought, okay. So we heard this bull bugling over here and got a visual on him, knew right away he was really a beautiful big bull. And we tried to cow call to him, and he bugled some but wouldn't commit. And so we moved up and got closer, and I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try bugling at him. And I tell you what, that turned the day around right there. He turned and started coming right to us, and in my heart I knew it was 60 yards. I put my 60-yard pin on him and just made a beautiful shot. Thank the Lord for that. This is how I wanted to do it. I wanted to hunt by myself with my videographer Paul and call one in and do it that way. And I'm thankful to the Lord and for this bull and for the experience that it was. Just what a great time here at elk camp all the way around. Hey guys, if you enjoy watching elk camp and you've ever wondered what it would be like to come on an Arizona elk hunt with us like the ones you see on the show, I've got some great news for you. We've got a program called Zero Hunt Fees that allows anyone on any budget the opportunity to come hunt the big bulls of Arizona with us. So if you're curious to find out more about this unique and innovative program, please log on to zerohuntfees.com.